is Speakers of Hydaelyn. With Lucille Bravestone and Lonigan Cypher. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, it is Speakers of Hydaelyn episode 14. I am Lucille Bravestone and this is Lonigan Cypher. And you're probably asking yourself, what is this? And why are you two together? You're not real people.
We're not real people.
There's a glitch in the Matrix. No, don't worry. We just so happened to be in the same place at the same time.
Very convenient.
Very convenient. Okay, so there's a lot to talk about today. We're going to have to talk about the big elephant in the room. But before that, we're just going to go through real quick what we're going to talk about. You'll see it on the duty list. It's not really a very full duty list. There's actually just one item on our list today. But it's a massive list. It's a massive, what's it called? A massive point?
Massive point.
Jonas is here.
Welcome.
Being its polite self. Lonigan is sick today.
Yeah.
So everyone please point that out, that he looks like shit today. But yeah, let's talk about what we're going to talk about today. The Nico Nico Chokaigi event that occurred on the 26th of April did show us a lot of stuff. That's awesome. Also, hello to the microwave in the background. That's where Lonigan makes all of his food.
No.
So yeah, let's just dive into that. But first,
how I make food in the microwave?
Huh?
No, never mind.
But first, the first point that we have to talk about is the fact that Vero isn't here.
She's not, and she's not going to be for some time.
Vero is busy. Let's just say that. So
yeah, let's just keep it at that.
So meanwhile, we will keep the fort for you. Hopefully, we will survive without Vero. So yeah, that's why she's not in the logo, not in the intro. She will be back eventually, but until then, okay. Let's talk about what we did in the past week. As usual, Lonigan, you wanna go first? Yeah, I did get a haircut, by the way. I look like shit, but it will grow out eventually. Yes, Lonigan.
Okay. Well, basically, I haven't done much really, but I've made some.
You haven't done much.
I made some progress in the roller quest, Zodiac quests, and I've finished one of the quests. Pounds of flesh, and apart from that, I've been doing. Oh yeah, I got to max rank in XL Beast Tribe.
Like I haven't bothered doing Beast Tribes.
So now I have the cool wolf mount.
So you have the werewolf? No, not the werewolf.
Yeah, the werewolf.
The werewolf
it
mount.
It stands on two legs.
Whatever.
And I'm on
the
its
wolf
shoulders.
Yeah, like just to quickly pinpoint that, like the Beast Tribe. Like I love everything about 14. I just cannot stand the goddamn Beast Tribe quests.
But actually, the XIV Beast Tribe quests are very convenient when you're leveling your crafters. Like I've said previously 100 times.
Yeah. Well, Beast Tribes weren't introduced until after I had all my classes to 50. So.
Oh.
Well, I haven't really done anything this week, so it's the first time I haven't done shit in this game.
A little bit of coil and a little bit of...
a little bit of coil?
A little bit of coil and a little bit of cardinal flats.
Yeah, oh man. Frontline, don't do it. Or actually, do it, please, because the waiting times are so long.
Yeah.
And I just want the ADS mount, but I'm Maelstrom, so we always lose.
Yeah,
so.
Apparently Immortal Flames has...
Immortal Flames
at least on
stepped up their game.
Servers
Yeah, at least on our data center. But okay, let's get down to the cake, if that's a thing. They showed the benchmark, and the benchmark was released on the 27th of April. We both tried it, and it showed off some interesting stuff. One of them is the new skills.
Yeah. For some of the classes.
Yeah. Some of the skills
or jobs. Yeah.
We can only speculate what they showed, but like one of the skills that they showed or that we were shown was Flare 2. I believe it is Flare 2. But they showed something that looked like Flare 2, where a black mage starts doing his flare animation and there's a circle on the ground. And he does the flare thing and there's a giant flare ball hitting the dragon.
Yeah, it's the one that I thought looked like Ruina's Omen.
Yeah. It had sort of the same markings on the floor.
Yeah.
So I think we can pretty much, like, everyone wanted a Flare 2. So if that's that looks like it's what we're getting.
Did you want a Holy 2 as well?
Oh, that would have been awesome. Although they didn't show anything that looked like Holy 2 on the benchmark.
I mean, like the one that
Hydaelyn
casted in the...
Yeah, but she kind of died, didn't she?
Do you want it?
I don't want to die. So if you haven't downloaded the DirectX, the benchmark yet, you can do so at, go to the Lodestone, because I don't have the link for you. It's both DirectX 11 and DirectX 9. Why would you want to do DirectX 9? Like, literally, like, oh, here's the new benchmark. I want to test DirectX 9, because that's the future, you know? DirectX 9.
But you know, the future for us in the West might be different from the future for people other places in the world who might not be able to purchase.
Oh yeah, because they've only heard of like DirectX 8 and they're like, DirectX 9 is awesome. DirectX 11 is alien to them. So they're like, so we're gonna go into the Q&A section in just a bit, just checking if I've skipped something. Oh yeah, we're gonna talk about how the raw was made. We actually have some photos that we're gonna show you. So this right here.
Ooh.
They actually, spoilers. Oh, let's make a sound that everyone can hear.
Would have made for some nice cosplay.
Yeah, we're gonna go. Jesus, Lonigan, please. The first sort of design that they made was the Viera that everyone wanted from Final Fantasy XII. They didn't go for it. Oh, sorry, headphone users. You see, like, here's another picture from the Vieras. Would you want a Viera, Lonigan? When you look at these.
He's holding a carrot.
Yeah.
It's disturbing me.
So this is a blend of Lalafell and Viera-ish. They're supposed to be small. Tiny people with rabbit ears.
Well, I mean, compared to the Aura, I think this would have at least looked a little bit more different than Hires.
Yeah.
Rabbits, that's new.
Yeah, and there's like, I feel like they did a lot of work with this, and they've sort of teased us this before, that this race might be coming to Eorzea, and I feel like at some point this race might actually, in some form...
4.0?
4.0, confirmed. No. But I feel like at some point this might actually hit Eorzea. They also made some other interesting concepts. There's another one of the, like the one on the left there, looks very much like Fran from Final Fantasy 12. Lonigan haven't played 12, but if you've played 12, you kind of see what I mean. There's looks very much like Fran from 12. I personally love 12, and I love the Vieras, so I don't see any problem with bringing them to Eorzea. But let's look at some...
those previous, those ones, I think they look too humanoid or too higher.
Yeah.
Just like the Aura. I like the previous one that you showed us better because it...
Yeah, that one?
Yeah, it looks more...
They look more rabbit-ish there.
It looks more like a different race. The other one just looks like some kind of blend.
Yeah.
Like someone fucked a rabbit or something.
Because if you look at this is like... It looks like they took... This is Final Fantasy 12. and then they made it more Eorzean in this one, where they sort of made it more of a unique race while still being Aviera. But let's look at, so here's another concept. So this is what I mean, like they did a lot of work on this in particular because they knew that the fans really wanted the Viera. Like there was a screaming need for the Vieras. I wasn't one of those screaming people, I promise. So, okay. So, there was a transition at some point where they decided to go for a more draconic look because of Heavensward.
These look kind of, at least with these colors, at least the one on the left, look kind of undead or something.
Yeah, they do actually. I didn't notice the one on the left there. He actually looks like half skeleton faced. But these are really like grim looking.
Yeah, they look evil, but
they do. So they toned it down. So still a bit of
It looked like small satans.
Yeah, they do. There was like a point where they were
Satan.
Satan spawns
from 7 different hells.
Yeah. The women were supposed to be sort of like this, or in the starting phase they went for this look.
Do they have like a massive dragon tail?
It sure looks like it. I think that was the end of the photos actually, which is a shame because I know there's more. But what do you think about that? Nice of you to talk while I'm secretly adding photos in the background. Okay, so again, getting closer to the aura that we know today. Again, this is where they totally went crazy with the whole dragon thing. Like, his face is barely human.
Yeah.
I don't know why they went for... Because we've both talked about this, the fact that we think the aura is a bit of a cheap design.
Yeah. Seeing
as they're basically hires with horns. This would have been more interesting.
I would have liked this better.
Yeah, me too. So here...
Again with the naked pictures.
Yeah. But I like the ones on the bottom. Like, what are those ears? I just said I liked them. But I don't know why I said I liked them. But I find them interesting because they look like Lady Adamantine from Hawk Manor.
Yeah.
It's got that. She has those kind of horns, and I mean she is a race. Like, so, I mean, it would be cool if we got that race into the game, playable. And look at this. Don't know what to think about this.
Looks like some kind of goat race.
Yeah, this goat's horns, basically.
At least the one on the middle on the right.
Yeah.
Looks like goat.
Yeah, the one on the right, the far right, looks like a snail.
Demon.
We see things differently.
Or a snail. I could see it.
Okay, so this is probably what they used as a like, this is probably the last sketch they did before they went for the one they went for, if you get my drift. Like, this is the horns that looks like...
Headphones?
The ones that... These are the horns that look like the ones that we have on the aura today.
Yeah.
Where they sort of pop out from the side.
Yep.
Do you prefer those horns or the horns that we have now? Because
this looks stupid.
But there is a detail in those, though, that I kind of like. The blue
purple?
thing. The purple thing-ish, maybe? I don't know. Okay. So, the question on everyone's mind. Would you play as an aura? I think we've answered this before.
I don't want to change my main character, but... If I want to play an alternate character, then yeah, I would make an aura.
You would?
Yeah. Just to try it.
Right.
But yeah, I wouldn't play it as a main, maybe.
No. There was a photo of they did actually, at one point, they actually went through a werewolf stage. Which I think is weird. Like, at what point in production did they dragons, the Viera wolf? There's like, oh,
Well, it doesn't fit in with any story at all.
it feels like something Yoshi P would have done. By the way, happy belated birthday, Yoshida-san. But we're gonna talk about that too. I forgot what I trailed off.
The werewolf thing.
I was lost in your eyes.
Oh.
I talked about the werewolf. Oh yeah, I feel like it's something Yoshi P would have done. Like he's looking at him like, no, it would have looked good. A wolf.
That would have been kind of funny if you have the wolf mount, a wolf riding a wolf.
That would have been awesome. Well, it would have been kind of weird.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why, like, they were designing the werewolf, and like one person
then,
from the dev team is like walking over and like, you do realize
He was riding it with the wolf mount and was like, something's not right.
Yeah,
Here. Something's
like,
not
yeah,
right here.
We're out testing the new race. It's like, yeah, look at. Wait, what the fuck?
We cannot do this.
This does not work.
This actually looks like
We're gonna talk about the leak
reproduction
photos.
in nature. We cannot do this.
No, that's like it would have been difficult to implement that into the lore. Why the werewolf people ride wolves? It's
And
weird.
why would the werewolf people be associated with Ishgard?
That too is a bit weird. But well, actually, to be fair though, Ishgard has been closed off for a while. They could have done some really crazy shit that Eorzea didn't know about. The rest of Eorzea, that is. So they could have easily they could have lived in the mountains of Ishgard or Coerthus.
Yeah, because it sounds natural that werewolves are ninjas.
Oh, what? Oh, like they do jobs and stuff?
No, because
Ninjas?
yeah,
Oh, because of her.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm guessing this is like far back, like before this part of the storyline was done. Because they started with the draconian looks after they realized that, oh shit, it's heavy. Okay, we're going to Ishgard.
But
So-
okay.
So at some point, but what's interesting then is where would the werewolf people fit in? Like, where did they think they were going? Uh-huh. Do they have wolves in Alamigo? I don't know.
They have Garleans.
They have Garleans and loads of them. Okay, let's move on away from the benchmark. We're
That's
getting
4.0. Yeah.
Yeah, that's 4.0. We're going to move away from the benchmark and the aura for now. They also reveal that there's going to be 2 new abilities for each of the existing jobs. So there will be more than 2 skills and spells. And there won't be quests every 5 levels anymore. What do you make of that? How frequent do you reckon we get job quests from 50 to 60?
So there will be more than 2.
There will be more than 2, and there will no longer be at every 5 levels.
Well, then it will be more frequent, obviously.
Yeah, but will it be like every level?
Every 2 levels, maybe. That would mean 5
5.
new abilities.
5 new abilities. That doesn't sound too. It says quite a few abilities. They said.
Yeah, quite a few. 5. I don't
Yeah,
know.
that sounds ballpark. But it also says enough abilities to cause new rotations for existing jobs. 5 sounds.
It can't be every level. 10 new abilities.
Oh, well, that sounds. Well, it does say that you also get.
It's either every level or every 2 levels.
Yeah.
If it's every 3rd level, then your last ability will come at level 49.
It actually says adjustments to current skills.
No,
As well.
59.
Yeah.
And that would make sense that the last ability you get is on 59 and not max level. It has to be either 1 or 2.
Yeah. 2. I think 2.
Because if it can't be 4th, then the last one will be at 58.
I have no idea where you're going, but I think every 2 levels sounds
Yeah, because
about right.
you have to get an ability on your max level.
Right.
So you have to be able to...
Right. So it's either 1 or 2.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it has to be.
And I think it's every 2 levels.
It has to be. Anything else wouldn't make sense.
Also, this is kind of a big deal because in our show we've always talked about what's going to happen to the Zodiac weapon when we get to Heaven's Sword. And breaking news: no Zodiac weapons for the new jobs.
this
Yoshi P.
tough for you hard to take in?
We need to talk. Why? First of all, why? Also, nerf to old Zodiac weapon quests when expansion hits for glamour purposes. I want to cry because I completed my relic. You're working on it. You're almost there. And there's just something about the fact that the Zodiac... I know that the Zodiac quest line has been completed. It's completed when you finish your relic. The Zodiac has been made. There is no more. But the fact that they sort of nerf it for glamour purposes... That means a massive nerf. Like, people won't grind like for days to get a glamour piece. Well, maybe if you're nutty enough, but I feel like they're gonna nerf like the shit out of everything in this in the Zodiac quest line. So the Zodiac quest line is gonna be obsolete when Heaven's Word drops.
But I just hope that the ones that have completed the Zodiac quest will get some kind of appraisal when
Here's your P.
when they start Heaven's Word.
Happy belated birthday. Please give us a bonus for completing our relic, please.
If not, I will withdraw my pre-order for the...
you actually pre-ordered your
collector's
edition today.
Yeah. I want the handmade statue. So I can place it on my microwave.
Yeah, maybe they'll remove getting the special title on that version. Maybe they will. Maybe they don't get the Z.
Zeta?
Yeah, the bzz. But I do hope we get some sort of some bonus. Actually, they also added that new jobs will have primal weapons.
Oh yeah, that's the thing.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Primal weapons.
So there's no more relic. There's primal weapons.
Are those...
What?
You mean like the weapons you get from Ifrit and Garuda and stuff? On Titan?
I guess. Like they get it from Ravana and Bismarck, I guess.
Oh yeah. Huh.
Yeah. Let's. If I did just this blew my. It didn't blow my mind. It just made me sad.
Maybe there will be a new relic quest.
They didn't say though, which is weird.
No, but I don't think it will come with Heaven's Word. It will be a patch.
Yeah, like 3.1 or 3.2.
Yeah, because they want us to... I suppose the best in slot weapons for the new jobs will be from the primals, because the primals will be the newest content when Heaven's Word drops.
I guess.
Maybe from the hard modes? No, extreme modes? I don't know.
Don't even ask. I have no idea what Yoshi P has been planning here. But this is big news. Big news for you.
For me?
If you're a summoner or black mage, this is of particular interest to you. Summoner and black mage will see a big change with their new actions. That's all they said.
With the new actions. Not the old ones.
They said that you would probably have to change your rotation.
Well, that's necessary.
Yeah. And that doesn't... They do say further down, actually, that they said it for all classes. That the amount of abilities that we get...
Of course it will have implications on everyone's rotation.
But they specifically had to listen? They had to put in that Summoner and Black Mage, in particular, was going to see big changes. So you're going to have a hectic few months trying to get into that. Do you want to talk about that? Do you feel like talking about it? You're looking forward to it, Lonigan?
Yeah, I am.
Yeah, of course you are. I mean, it's not like we're not looking forward to it. Sorry. It's just, yeah.
I am looking forward to it, but I hope that those changes will make it even more fun to play.
Yeah.
If it doesn't, I mean, if it becomes boring, then I will change my main class, my main job.
Yeah.
Then I will probably be a machinist or something, but of course I will try it out. I will level to 60 and maybe do most of the end-game content, and we'll find out.
Yeah.
Whether I like the new version of the Black Mage.
So, like, I have a couple of just hold on for 1 sec, people. I just
Yeah, you
noticed
will
something
probably
really
get
annoying.
more summons. That's
Yeah, we have confirmed that was exactly what I was going to talk about, because the reason that summoners are getting a big change is because they're getting 2 new pets. Ramu and Leviathan have been confirmed as the new Eggies for summoner, which is great. Great for summoners.
2 new elementals, or
Yeah, but I'm
Elements.
really curious to see like what they will bring to the table that Garuda, Ifrit, and Titan hasn't brought to the table already. Like, Titan's the tank, Garuda's the caster, and Ifrit is the melee.
Well, I suppose just Ramu will be another caster with Thunder as the element.
I guess, maybe. Like,
And-
I've always looked for like a dot pet. Wouldn't that be awesome? Well, no, probably not, because
have
the
a lot of dots
summoner is basically a
already.
dot class. So, but still, like, I'm curious to see that. So please look forward to that if you're a black mage or summoner. Retainer capacity will be increased.
Due to the new server bugs?
Maybe. Maybe. Probably something you have to buy from the cash shop.
Ugh.
So I'm guessing they're adding 2 more. Sounds reasonable. Like, they're not going to add like 6 more retainers.
You don't think they will add just more slots?
Oh, you think that's what they mean? I thought that meant that they were going to add more retainers.
No, no. I think they will maybe add another tab
Really?
or 2.
Is that how you rate it? Like, well, maybe. No, I think there are more retainers. Actually, I think. It does say in the show notes that it says more retainers, yay. So, I'm guessing that's what it means. I don't really care. Like, I bought a retainer a couple of months ago. I finally gave in to the pressure. Only bought 1. But I finally gave in to the pressure when I had to throw away, like, artifact gear to fit stuff in. And that's when I thought, like, shit, this has taken me forever to get. It's sad to throw it away just so I can store some more Apollo eggs with my retainer. So I bought a new one. I see the need for more retainers for people that craft, like, a lot.
I'm thinking about buying another one, actually. To have 4.
Don't do it. You can't do it.
Talking about retainers, something that we need to get, and I've said this 100 times before. I think I don't know if I said it in an episode, but we have to get a search bar for the retainers to search for stuff in your inventory.
Searching in the inventory, that's...
Of the retainer, because it's so lame that you have to look through everything.
Yeah, because right now you can search for the item and it will tell you
Where
if you
it
have
is.
it in your inventory.
It doesn't tell you which retainer.
No, it doesn't tell you which retainer inventory. So I see that, and I keep saying this in every single episode, but I really want the ability to try the dungeon gear before it drops.
Oh yeah.
Because that's a big deal, especially like in I remember this was a big problem for me in actually this is a while ago in Circus Tower. I remember the gear that dropped there. It looked hideous, but there was still a gear lockout, and I had to need on the gear that I wanted, but I didn't want gear that looked like shit. So I almost needed on the goddamn boob hat. The hat for the healers in Circus Tower. It looks like 3 boobs. But I didn't get it. And I later figured out that it looked like a boob. If I could try that on...
3 boobs, yeah.
Before... 3 boobs. If I could try it on before rolling, it would have been awesome. Please give us that. So yeah, that's our wishes. Company Chocobo rank cap will be lifted. By the way...
That's about time.
Yeah, there's some big news here that we haven't talked about when I'm talking about Chocobo. They have done the impossible. They have done what they always deemed impossible. You can now have your Chocobo out while waiting for the duty finder. Okay, sorry. I've always bothered me that they didn't fix it, but with Heaven's Word, well, I don't know if it was confirmed for Heaven's Word or at 3.1 or later, but it's gonna be there.
It's confirmed.
It's confirmed from the man himself. You can rank your Chocobo while waiting for the duty finder, while waiting for Frontline. That never pops. Curious, this one, the next part. We have to discuss this for a while. You can be Aura from level 1. Okay, let that sink in for a second. You can be Aura from level 1. Now, think about the implications that will have for the main story. Okay, now we can discuss. I have a big problem with this, because it doesn't fit with the lore at all. If they get the same cutscenes, the same main storyline as us, they just won't fit in. And the whole deal with what's her name? The one with the I keep forgetting her goddamn name.
I know, yeah.
The woman from Doma.
Yes.
Oh god, she's an Aura.
Yeah.
If anyone in chat remembers her name, please let us know, because I cannot remember for the life of me her name.
But Heaven's Word will be a new game.
Yeah.
So...
Yeah, we discussed this a bit earlier,
yeah,
but yeah.
It would make sense that, at least for me, it would make sense if they started in Ishgard or something like that. And they had their... they just start the main story from where we dropped off. And maybe they see a cutscene... in the same manner that we see cutscenes from what happens.
Yugiri. What's her name? Yugiri is her name.
Yugiri, yeah.
Thank you.
When we start the opening
cutscene?
Yeah, for A Realm Reborn, you kind of see what happened in 1.0. And also you will do that in Heaven's Ward. You will see what happened in 2.0. It wouldn't make sense. I don't know how they're going to do this, but they can't start in Ul'dah or Limsa or Gridania. It doesn't make any sense.
But the class guilds are in those city-states.
Yeah, I know, maybe.
Like, that's my biggest problem here, because I hope your idea, but it doesn't work.
No, they're going to do it, like you said. They're going to have the same main
story. They're going to cheapgoat this so much. They're going to cheese it to death. That's why I'm a bit disappointed in the dev team. But I see their problem, though. Like, they've made a new race. How the hell are they gonna let people play it? Like, they can't be like, you have to be another race until you reach level 50 and go to Ishgard. You go to hell. You go to Ishgard, then you can get a Fantasia and change. Because that too is a bit weird. So I see their problem here, but it's not going to be as fun to see Yugiri for the first time. Because the mystery is gone. Maybe they patch it, though, so that you see her face from the beginning.
That doesn't make any sense at all.
No, it doesn't. Well, I guess this is I look forward to seeing how they solve this. Like, starting as an Aura in a world that's completely oblivious to your race. And then, like, when you hit patch 2.3, all of a sudden there's
out of nowhere you encounter this new race that's yet to be known.
Like,
and suddenly it appears that, it's my race. Where did you guys come from? The same place as I?
Like,
I don't know where I come from. I just
it would be really lonely.
Grew up on a carriage going towards Ul'dah. And apparently I'm your race.
Yeah.
What is the meaning of this?
It's like you start the game as an Aura and you see all these cutscenes and you never see anyone like you.
It's like you feel like a black sheep in the whole world.
Yeah, so this is weird to me. Like, I really hope they actually do some work here to the main story, tweak it so that it doesn't seem all just like we just put this race in here, and just hope that they don't notice the fact that they weren't supposed to be in this game when it launched. Like, do you get my drift? Like,
Yeah.
it's. Oh, I really hope they pull that off. Like, I'm making such a big fuss of it because I'm really a lore guy, so I want stuff to make sense. And so far, most of the stuff that's happened in 14 makes more or less sense in its own sense. If you get, like, but this, I don't know. So, rant over. Or is it?
So is that the first thing that you're gonna do when Heaven's Word comes out? You're just
Yeah.
gonna create a raw and see what happens?
Yeah. Like, yeah.
Yeah.
That's exactly what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna have to see what they've done. Yes, as it's said here in chat, I think that's what they're going for. Just changing a few lines in the main story text in the NPC dialogue, and you know, it's easily fixed, but it's a bit weird. It's a bit weird. I don't know. I'm not all. Yeah, see, that's where it's good that they don't have voiceovers on all their cutscenes. Yeah. So I'm a bit. Don't know what to think about the fact that you can play RR from level 1, but it's cool, I guess.
It's happening.
Yeah, another thing that we're gonna have to talk about: practice mode for raids. The ability to practice specific phases for certain bosses without the need to keep getting to them. What is this? Like, I know what it is. Like, it does state the obvious.
Yeah,
like,
okay.
for instance, in turn 7, you have to, or in like any other turn really, you have to fight, except for 5. You have to fight a number of trash to get to the main boss. Instead, if you enter practice mode, boom, you're there. You can do your shit. But I guess you don't get any drops if you clear.
No, of course not.
Which sucks. Because you've been practicing.
But you don't have to do it. It's an option.
Yeah, but it's weird.
So if you do it and you clear it, then, you know, that's your problem.
Oh god, that would suck so bad. Like, finally we cleared no loot. Like, oh. Yeah, but yeah, I guess, like, it's cool for those that do a lot of raiding.
People who will want to speedrun those things, they will practice a lot of phases.
Yeah.
The hell out of them just to be able to find out the best way to speedrun it.
Yeah. So it's not like for our free company, we have a free company that doesn't really do a lot of raiding. We could have sort of probably have use for that. I'm just looking through here. There's a new raid, of course.
Alexander?
Nope, I'm not talking about Alexander. Everyone knows about Alexander. I'm gonna talk about Alexander as well. Sorry. But there's a new 8 to 24 man raid.
Oh.
And it's gonna evolve. It's gonna
Turn the whole world upside down multiple times.
I forgot the word, Lonigan. I will try that sentence again. It will be about. No, that's the wrong word. Jesus, you know when you don't know when you can't get to the word. 7 large heavenly dragons, which are the sons and daughters of Midgard's Ormer, is planned to be the new 8 to 24 man raids. And they showed 12 knights standing in a row. If you look at the benchmark, you can see 12 soldiers standing on a line on each side of the way in there. Do you know what that is?
The win.
You played Final Fantasy VII. Do you know about the longest summon in Final Fantasy VII? Knights of the Round.
Oh yeah.
So there's something involving those there.
That's cool.
I think that was the entrance to that raid. So that's pretty cool. So talking about Alexander, the new raid will have 4 floors. So like Coil, there were 5 coils. Alexander will have 4 floors. And they'll probably add more floors, like the first floors of Alexander, the second floors of Alexander, and the final floors of Alexander. So they say that Alexander's difficulty is somewhat similar to Final Coil of Bahamut. It's fair. It shouldn't be easier. But we both know that there's going to be two difficulties. The story mode and the hard mode. We've talked about this before. I don't really dig that idea. Do you?
Well, I suppose the casual gamers will like it. So that they'll actually be able to see the story behind it.
I'm sure they do. I'm sure they will. But I'm not going to talk too much about it because I've already talked a lot about this. But I feel like if you find it too hard, I'm going to say this without being angry, then don't bloody do it. Leave some stuff to the hardcore players, and then we can do, and you can do all the other stuff that you can do. Like, I feel like making everything accessible just to make it accessible, it feels wrong. But then again, we get better gear for doing the hard mode dungeons and all that. So there is a incentive to do the hard mode.
So not everything is accessible.
So not everything, like the gear isn't accessible to everyone. Dark Knight is a job in the middle of Paladin and Warrior, plus its own unique mechanics.
Huh. So
it's sort of like a blend of Pally and Warrior, and its own unique mechanics, like the dark magic part. I don't know if you knew this, because I was a bit surprised to
What's
see...
What's the difference between dark and black magic? Isn't black magic dark?
Hold on again. Well, black magic is elemental magic. Dark magic is more like... this is difficult to explain, so if you can just explain this in chat, if there's anyone there who knows a lot about these differences. I only know like a little bit. I know that dark magic is more like the necromancy and like the dark, like the evil magic. Black magic isn't evil. Black magic is just black magic. As of like white magic pulls from the earth and black magic pulls from itself. Dark magic, I don't really know where it comes from.
The void.
You know what? You might actually not be too off there, because it might actually be that way in this game. It fits with the lore. So yeah, they I think that sort of sums everything up here. Oh yeah, also if you play Final Fantasy XIV on the PS4, there will be a limited edition PlayStation 4 Heavensward design in both jet black and glacier white. So if you're really into that, you could get it.
For what price?
Probably quite a bit. So if you have a lot of money, don't know what to spend it on, why don't you buy a Heavensward PS4? Yeah, there's also some fun facts. Should we just go through them, like blast through them real quick?
Yeah.
There was some fun facts revealed. Fudge cakes. We almost forgot, dude. They're going to add TP bar to the party list.
Even more stuff on the screen.
No, that's
it's going to be even more flashy and more stuff to keep your eye on, so you won't even be able to see your characters. Now
we're talking about the TP bar.
Unless you have a huge screen. Yeah, I know.
Yeah, that's the point. Like, they're replacing the MP bar with the TP bar. For TP users, the MP bar will be invisible. It will be a TP bar instead. Which I at first admired and I thought that was cool. Oh, sorry. But for like a paladin, it's sort of nice to let the party know that he's running out of MP and can't flash.
Maybe it will be an option.
Maybe, or it will probably just be the reverse. Like back in the day, you had to tell people that we were running out of TP. Now it's gonna be like, oh, back in the day, you had to. No, sorry, the other way around.
Yeah.
Oh fuck, I fucked that up, didn't I? Back in the day,
you get the drift.
I try too much. So yeah, that's pretty cool. That's a feature I don't really know why they haven't implemented earlier. Like, I would have actually wanted the TP bar to be like next to the MP bar, like it is when you are a TP using class. Actually, when you're any class, your TP bar is shown in the party list.
Probably should just right blade and stop complaining.
That's true though. That is true.
But aren't they opening up for modifications being implemented on the GUI from players?
Opening up
or
for
from developers?
Yeah, they're opening their.
So maybe people can customize their own GUI.
Yeah, we don't really have an ETA on when we get it though. But they did say that from 3.0 and outwards, you could probably add add-ons and not add-ons. Customizing the UI is what they've been throwing around. So yeah, maybe that's an option where you can change stuff like that. Yeah, let's look at those little fun facts that they put in here. Actually, the first one we're going to talk about, someone actually found this, and I saw it on Reddit. There's a less than 1% chance for a ghostly-looking girl to appear on screen for all of 2 frames anywhere in any of the 3 main cities. God, I always have the hiccups. Like, it's like they knew that people were going to spend a lot of time trying to find that ghostly girl. And today, someone found it. I saw it on Reddit. There's a ghostly-looking girl standing somewhere. And it's cool, I guess. It's a nice Easter egg. I would have never spent time trying to look for it, but it's cool that it's there.
Then you have too much time on your hands.
Yeah. I want to show this, actually. Urianjay. His weapon is actually
goggles.
Is actually look at this. This weapon right here. That is the 1.0 Arcanist weapon.
Huh.
And they liked the design so much that they thought it was a shame to throw it away. So they kept it and put it on Urianjay. So I think it's really cool that... well, I don't think it's really cool because it's kind of boring, the fact that Arcanist was supposed to have a staff. Like another staff. So I'm glad they went for the book, but I do like the design of Urianjay's weapon. So the imitation Mistbeard mask was originally part of the soldiery tank gear set. And if you look at the Mistbeard helmet, you'll see the fact that not subtle picture loading here. Look at this. You can see the knocked circlet on it. So they literally just removed all of the other stuff and left the circlet and the lion head on the soldiery gear. So do you find it to be better or worse, the Mistbeard mask? Would you rather have the Mistbeard mask? Or do you think the soldier gear is obsolete now, obviously, but what's best? The circlet or the Mistbeard mask?
Well, if everyone wore that mask, then they all would look the same.
It looks ugly.
And it looks... I would say it's ugly.
I'm like so decided. It's ugly.
I wouldn't say it's ugly, but...
Oh my god, it's so ugly. Another ugly hat. Final Fantasy XIV, the game of the ugly hats.
I mean, it's a mask.
It is a mask.
He's a statue. He's like one of those guys who stands in public and get coins for standing still.
Yeah. Do you want that in your game? Be reminded of the idiots standing along the street looking like statues.
Dude, don't talk those guys down. They might be watching.
I'm sorry. If you're watching this and you're a living statue, get a job. I'm so sorry. Stop. There's you rant over. I can't even. Okay. I'm just looking at if there's panties and other underwear. This is weird. Panties and other underwear are boring looking because of rules and regulations. So they've sort of like in 14, the underwear is just bland. It's just a white thing, and that's it. If you look at, for instance, Type 0, there are panties galore, and you can actually go into sort of like a bestiary where you can look up characters from the game, and you can change their clothes. And one of the girls, you can actually, I think you can take her clothes off, like until she's in her underwear, and the other ones you can look through under their skirt. It's absolutely hilarious that they put that in there, because it sort of reveals what their player base likes to look at. If you get my drift, there are a lot of them out there. Okay. But I'm So a lot of people this was someone commented this. I can't remember where, but like a lot of when they mentioned that, the comment section was filled with people ranting about the fact that they didn't have good-looking underwear on the characters. Also, like in between there, they mixed in some of the bring back the 1.0 butts back.
Isn't there enough available porn on the internet?
They want it in their game.
Do you need it inside the game?
They want big butts. And they have actually, this is also a thing that we didn't put in the show notes, but they've also fixed the boob size in Heaven's Word. You can actually get bigger breasts now. Good job, dev team. You have your priorities straight. So that about sums it up for us today.
That concludes
everything.
This episode.
This was episode 14, a bit longer than usual. We've talked about a lot of stuff. If you haven't followed us already, please do so. We do love you. You can follow us on Twitter at Speakers XIV. We're also on Facebook. We actually have 88 followers for some goddamn reason, and they're not following us on Twitch. So if you're here from Facebook, please follow us.
And also, remember to submit questions.
Oh yeah, questions for
if
our
you
next
have them.
episode.
And I will try to answer them throughout the stream in an own segment.
Queen. I said queen. So yeah, I'm Lakeel Bravestone, and this is Lonigan Pfeiffer, and this has been a beautiful episode, and I do hope we see you again next time. Okay, I'm gonna find the end button now, but bye! Are there any plans in the future to branch out from this paradigm to include hybrid classes, such as the DPS healer / dancer class from Final Fantasy XI, or other non-traditional roles?
Dancer class? Really?
In Final Fantasy XI, we had dancer, which was a pure support role. Basically, you danced and you buffed the team. I mean, okay. 11 was a special game, okay? Don't.
I would like to have that.
Yeah. Really? You wanted to just run around and dance? Well,
I like that.
You should try 11 one day. I'll show you 11 and you will regret.
We can give you a PlayStation 2 and you can play 11.
We can give you a PlayStation 2 and a hard drive.